Hello guys, and welcome back. Today we're just going to be hanging out and chit-chatting. I'm going to answer some of your questions that you asked over my last video or on Instagram, and you guys came up with a couple good ones. I was impressed with some of these. And I'm going to be going through some baby clothes. These are hand-me-downs from Will's coworkers, so I'm really not sure what's in here, but we'll see what I want to keep. Of course, we have to keep the dump truck onesie for Big Brother mostly. Hopefully I can focus and multitask, but let's go ahead and kick it off. The most asked question was, do we have a name for baby number 2? And the answer is no, but possibly, I don't know. So we've had a really hard time this go around. Obviously last time it was easy because we were naming William after his dad, and I just didn't have to think about it. But this time we just can't decide. And we had like 3 names that we were kind of really discussing, but we weren't set on it and kind of still looking. But there's one of the 3 that keeps coming around, and William actually has started to repeat this name. And he started to talk about this baby blank. Probably when he had only heard Will and I talk about it once. So we're kind of like, maybe that's the name. I think it's the name. So I don't know. And honestly, if you would have asked me 48 hours ago, I would have said, no, we don't have a name. So we might have a name. I don't know. But yeah, leaving it at that until he's born, most likely. But look at these little overalls. Oh my gosh. So cute. William was born in October, so it wasn't cold because we live in Florida. But, you know, it's more like long sleeves. Now this baby is going to be like summer. So it's going to be all tank tops and rompers. So, I don't know. Just going to be a whole different type of outfit, which I'm okay with, minus the fact that a lot of my hand-me-downs just aren't going to fit the right seasons. But the next question is actually from a very sweet mom who DM'd me her story, and my heart goes out to her. But her question in general was, did I feel pressure naming William after his dad? And the short answer is no, I didn't. And that is because it was just kind of a known thing. Like literally on our second date, Will said, I want to name my firstborn after me. And I'd always known how important it was for him and I guess his whole family, and how big his name was in his life, if that makes sense. So I didn't have to be persuaded or anything. However, when I found out we were having a boy, I obviously he was William, but I had a little bit of a hard time processing it, and it definitely took probably my entire pregnancy, honestly, a little bit into newbornhood, just because William was my husband, not my baby boy, and it was just hard to wrap my head around that. But through time, and once he was born, it became a lot easier for me because I could separate the two. You know, William not only fit the name William from day one, but he started having his own personality, and he was someone different from my William husband. He was my William baby boy. It was just hard to differentiate when I hadn't met him yet. So no, I didn't feel pressure, but it definitely took me some time to wrap my head around the whole situation. But I definitely think it is so important to be open with your spouse about those feelings. I always was with Will, and he was always super receptive and trying to be understanding about all of that situation, because I could have said no, to be honest. I could have, but I'm glad I didn't. And one of you asked what I am most nervous about when it comes to birth and labor. And I honestly had to think about this for a minute, because I honestly believe labor is probably going to be 100% different, most likely. And you never know what cards you are going to be dealt in that scenario. And you can prepare for, different situations, but until you're in that situation, you don't know how you're really going to handle it. So I am preparing similarly to last time, because Overall, I had a good experience, and overall, I mean, it was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, but overall, I enjoyed my labor, I would say, as much as you can. But that was a very long drawn out thing to get to. The thing that is worrisome and like that's currently on my mind is recovery. I obviously didn't have like the worst recovery ever, but I did have a really bad tear, and I just don't want that again. I think I was in denial, honestly, of how bad it was and how much pain I was in for those first couple months. I was in pain way longer than anyone ever should be. And I was kind of just telling myself, this is normal. I'm fine. I'm back to normal, which I totally was not. So that was fine. I think that was just a way I had to cope. But I am a little worrisome about a long recovery again, if that is what happens. And then a couple of you actually asked if I am planning on doing another unmedicated birth again, and the answer is yes, that is the plan. I am so happy with my decision last time, and I'm going in with the same mindset of I'm going to do what I can to have an unmedicated labor and try and remember all my reasonings for that during labor. But if push does come to shove and I decide to get the epidural, I'm not going to beat myself up about it because it is so stinking hard, guys. So, and I say that now, you know, I hope I won't beat myself up about it, but that is the mindset that I'm going to try and have going into labor once again. And then I know that you guys are seeing this on Valentine's Day, but one of you guys asked what our plans were for Valentine's and if we were getting Will anything. Oh my gosh. A newborn tank top. Guys, a newborn tank top? He's going to be in sleepers, let's be real. He's going to be at the house in sleepers most likely, but we're still keeping the newborn tank top because we do like to go outside. What was the question? Oh, Valentine's Day. We actually don't really have any plans this year. We decided to skip the date, skip the gifts, just kind of skip it all, honestly. Other than Will is going to pick up takeout on the way home from work, mainly because I just don't want to cook. He doesn't want to cook, and that's going to be our little, like, hopefully relaxing evening. For William, we decided to skip all the candy and all the little trinkets. We decided to get him a little wooden train track, and we actually gave it to him a couple days early, and he's obsessed with it. We actually need to get more track, but this is good for now. Next occasion, we'll get him a little add-on set of the wooden track, but I'm glad we got it for him because it's been a hit over here, as I knew it would be. And I actually had quite a few questions about breastfeeding. I'm trying not to get too repetitive here, but essentially, if I'm breastfeeding, how long I'm planning, if I'm planning on pumping or not pumping, combo feeding, kind of just like my general plan is what I got from across all the breastfeeding questions. Yes, I do plan on breastfeeding again. Oh, one of the questions was, am I nervous? Just because we had a little bit of a struggle at the beginning last time, which I feel like is common because it's a freaking hard task to do, guys. Freaking hard task. So, yes, I am planning and I'm hopeful that I can breastfeed this little baby. I don't know for how long. My goal with William was always a year, but when we came up to that year mark, it definitely took us a long time to wean because I didn't feel ready, which was shocking because if you asked me at 6-month mark, I was like over it. But I wasn't ready and he didn't seem ready. So I breastfed, we definitely cut down. He was having mostly bottles, but night feeds until 15 months. So I don't know, that was that. We will see how this one goes. Oh, is this a Burt's Bees? Guys, Burt's Bees always has the cutest stuff, but with Will, we could never get his chunky little wrists, his wrist, can I not say wrists, through this. I don't know why. So, plus this is kind of wintry. I might just sell it or offer it to my friend. I just don't want to deal with the whole wrist scenario. I'm baby wrist stuck. No crying. No extra crying. It's not necessary. Back to breastfeeding. Am I planning on pumping? I swear, I think I was. And yes, I am. I'm planning on pumping a little bit more than I did with William because I never had a stash. Partly because at the beginning I was an undersupplier. Then I actually shifted to be an oversupplier. But I did not take advantage of that. I just didn't enjoy pumping, and it was just an extra thing for me to do and an extra thing for me to clean. All those pump parts, not a fan of those pump parts. But I think it'll be helpful, especially with a toddler. I'm not going to be able to solely be with this baby 100%. You know, I'll pass him off to dad for more feedings than I did with William, I'm assuming. At least, you know, after the first month or two. I think at the beginning I want to exclusively breastfeed. Now, I do want to say, ooh, is this a matching one? I hope there's matching pants. We'll put it to the side. What was I saying? Oh, I wanted to mention that I will be more open to combo feeding or supplementing if needed. With William, I was like, no, you know, because nipple confusion and all this stuff. Well, you know what? Sometimes it needs to happen, and I'm very thankful that we made that call when we did with William to supplement for a little bit. So I'm not as, I don't want to say against, because I never was against it. I just wasn't as open to it. I guess, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. I don't want to feel as guilty. Which no one should ever feel guilty, because your child should just be fed, like fed is best. But I felt very guilty at that point, and now I know not to. Hopefully, postpartum hormones won't screw with that thought process. And here are the little matching pants, and this is a newborn size. This might be a little going home PJ outfit. We'll see. Not sure. Depends on his name. One of his names I already have an outfit in mind, so I don't know. We'll see. Also, before I forget, because I'm sure I will, I just want to say congratulations to all of you who are pregnant, just had your baby, or I know one of you are actually having your baby in February. So just congratulations to everybody. I love when you reach out and tell me like if you had a baby, or, you know, you can relate to some of the stuff I'm going through right now. So yeah, congratulations to all of you. I know some of you who asked these questions, you know, are expecting or just had your baby, and I don't want to, not going to give it away for privacy reasons, but I'm happy for you guys. Your kids are cute. I've seen them on Instagram. So, oh my gosh, look at this little, why is that so cute with the little vegetables? Gosh, this keep pile for the 0 to 3 month is getting quite large. So Mama's going to have to figure that out. Oh, a swaddle. Oh, is this is the kind I like, I think, for newborns. Sweet. Might have to take this off my baby list, registry, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, next question before I get ahead of myself and ramble forever. How do I want to fold this? Next question is, what is the plan for sleeping arrangements once baby boy gets here? And part 2 of that question was, if baby will be in our room, do we think William will be jealous or opposed to it, or kind of have a regression? So yes, baby boy will be here happy and free. Ooh, this is perfect for 4th of July. Right size. Okay, I love it. Anyway, William, I almost said William. Baby boy, number 2, will be in our room in a bassinet right here, actually. Just like William was, until he either grows out of the bassinet or we just feel we're ready. I'm assuming that'll be around the 6-month mark that we will move him into his room, which he will be sharing with William. As far as that whole process is going to go, I have no idea. Mama can't think that far ahead right now. Stresses me out. We'll figure it out when we get there. I'm sure it'll be difficult, but I'm just hoping this baby is a better sleeper than his older brother was. As far as a regression or being jealous of the babies in here, I think he will be, but we're going to be setting up the bassinet just in probably a couple weeks, and so he will understand beforehand that the baby will sleep in here with mom and dad in their bassinet. It's just hard because William is a cuddler, loves cuddles, like literally his dream would be to co-sleep every night. That's his dream. It ain't happening, especially with a baby, another baby. So he is now sleeping through the night. I'm hoping there's no regression with that specifically, but I am expecting a regression somewhere. Just with the big change and like not having our full attention all the time. I'm expecting a regression to be somewhere, whether it's behavior, sleep, eating, I don't know. I guess we'll just kind of see. We'll just see. I'm really trying to talk about it, but not talk it up too much, because I've heard that some of my friends, they were like, oh yeah, I can't wait to come play with the baby. And the baby gets here and the kid's like, I can't play with this thing. It just sits here all day. So I'm trying to explain to him, oh, babies cry sometimes. Sometimes mommies have to be with the baby. Babies drink from mom's boobie. Like, we're just trying to slowly give him information over time that hopefully will help. But will it help? No idea. No stinking idea. I'll let you know on that one. And then the question that's in every Q&A, will we have more kids? The answer is I have no idea. Okay? I have no idea. I want to say yes, but this pregnancy has been so hard on me, so much harder than William's. So we're just going to have to see how it goes with 2 and go from there. Is kind of the whole idea. So I don't know. I'm going to keep going through these clothes and relax until Sir William gets home today from Grandma's. Hope you guys are all having a good day, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye, guys.
I was quietly protective of my heart.